very pleased to be joined by the president of the Quebec Major Hockey League, Gilles Courteau. Gilles, how you doing?
Very good, thank you. And you?
Very best, the very best. First of all, great to see you. It's been far too long since I've been able to see you at the rink, but appreciate you taking some time here to join us this week. And your 35th year as president of the Quebec Major League, certainly one that you won't forget. Maybe tell us a little bit about some of the challenges here that you and your team have really done a great job of adapting to and overcoming.
I must say that it's been a challenge throughout the year. Since we've returned to play back in August for training camps and up to last week for our last regular season game with the game between Moncton and Bathurst we've been able to play 57% of our regular season. We were planning to have a season of 540 games. We've been able to play 307 games. And part of it, we should not forget that the New Brunswick teams, the three New Brunswick teams, they've been 2 months without playing after the Christmas break. And the two Nova Scotia teams and PEI, the Mooseheads, the Islanders, and the Eagles, they've played against each other so many times in a short period of time that it was a good thing that the season came to an end. And, again, tonight, our second game of our round robin and in the Quebec division start tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, like you said, you guys have done a great job of getting the games on the ice and, being able here to, if everything stands as it is, to hand out a President's Cup here in a couple of weeks. Maybe tell us a little bit about, not only just adapting to some of the curveballs you've had this year, but having some fans in the rink. Is that going to be sustainable going into next year with the limited capacity, or are you guys going to be looking at, having to go with a little more attendance here to sustain that?
That's for sure for the for our Maritimes division, the 6 teams. We're expecting to have better crowds starting next year, higher percentage of what we've been able to put. Because we've seen so many changes throughout the year. We started the season with 25% of our capacity in Nova Scotia and PEI, and it's been reduced a couple of times. We even had to play a couple of games with no fans in either Halifax or Cape Breton and Charlottetown. We've been lucky in New Brunswick that with the capacity at 25%, stay there for the entire season. But as I said, they've been 2 months out without playing. So it's been a concern. But as you said at the beginning, we've been able to play. I think that players, coaching staff, and team management really appreciate what the owners did, supporting our recommendation to have a season. And, they've been very disciplined throughout this thing. But to go back to your original question, we're expecting to have better crowds starting next year for sure. Yeah,
well, that can't come soon enough. Certainly looking forward to getting the excitement back in the rink with some full houses here, from Val-d'Or to Cape Breton. So, like I said, and obviously 35 years as the president, the expansion of the Maritime division was really something that you brought in, and certainly appreciate everything you've done for the league itself. And, as tough as 2020-21 was, you guys set record attendance across the country. biggest sporting events here in the country. So kudos to you and your team for everything you've done this year. Great job getting the games on the ice, and look forward to you being able to hand out the President's Cup here in a couple of weeks to a deserving team here in the Q.
Thank you very much for having me tonight. Much appreciated.
Awesome. Much appreciated, Joe. Look forward to seeing you in the rink. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Okay.
Cheers.